Greetings, champions of Azeroth. It's time to buckle up and grab your gear because we're heading into the heart of the Shadowed Crucible raid, tackling a behemoth from the deep, the Echo of Neltharion. Deathwing's echo is stirring up a ruckus, and it's up to us to silence it once and for all. So pull up a chair, sharpen those weapons, and prepare for a battle that's sure to shake the very earth beneath your feet. Let's get cracking on this comprehensive guide, and remember, keep your wits about you because this will be a rumble to remember. If Neltharion's Echo, one of the most challenging bosses in the raid, could talk, he'd probably brag about his wicked abilities, all tuned to make your raiding experience, shall we say, interesting? Phase 1 of this colossal encounter is quite the dance. Here are a few moves you'd want to master. Twisted Earth, watch out for this tricky floor pattern. As if fighting a boss wasn't enough, now you've got to be a geographer too. But, you know what they say, dancing's all about footwork. Volcanic Heart, it's like a love letter from Neltharion, but instead of a sweet message, it's a medium damage dot. But hey, love hurts, right? Now let's dive into the crucial role our valiant tanks play in this boss encounter. Calamitous Strike, a mighty strike on the active tank that knocks them backward and punches a hole in the earth wall. Remember Neltharion's love for dance? To make the dances even more exciting, breaking a wall summons random AoE zones and applies a dot effect to the entire raid. So don't get too enthusiastic about breaking walls unnecessarily. Rushing Darkness, it's time for a lively game of hot potato featuring 3 of your raid buddies. Everyone else's task? Simply don't be the potato, or you might find yourself on the receiving end of some unexpected damage, knockback, and silence if you linger between the boss and the player. And let's not forget our earlier advice about those earth walls. Make sure to haul that debuff in the opposite direction, no unnecessary wall smashing. Let's discuss Neltharion's ultimate party trick, the Echoing Fissure. He unleashes this when he's brimming with full energy, and believe me, it's not just fireworks. Ensure your tanks have their Calamitous Strike primed to shatter the wall and provide your escape route. Now let's kick things into overdrive and knock that boss's health down to 70%. This signals the start of Phase 2. As part of the transition, the boss is gonna raise the earth, blowing all active earth walls to smithereens. It's a literal minefield of AoE puddles out there, so watch your step. During this time, the boss picks out 2 players for a special treat, Surrender to Corruption. This spicy little number inflicts moderate damage to the raid, and once it's done, the 2 targeted players get hit with corruption. Think of it like a temporary mind control. For half a minute, you'll be enemy number 1 to your buddies, but on the flip side, you'll be able to attack the newly spawned ad. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to stay clear of cleave damage from your friends and smash that active shield on the void from beyond. Your main objective in Phase 2 is to take down all 3 active voices from beyond and get the boss down to 35%. Thought it was going to be a walk in the park? Think again. During Phase 2, the boss retains all the abilities from the previous phase, plus a soft enrage mechanic for good measure. Here's where Umbral Annihilation comes into play. It deals AoE damage to the entire raid. But here's the kicker, with each subsequent cast, the damage inflicted by this ability doubles, it becomes fatal around the 5th or 6th cast. You'll want to avoid taking any unnecessary damage during this phase from AoE pools and make sure to utilize your save cooldowns. It's a balancing act, so keep your wits about you. And now we've made it to the grand finale, Phase 3. As we transition into this final stage, the boss casts Sunder Reality and converts the active earth walls into portals, dealing moderate damage upon spawn. These portals will be summoning ads that increase in power every 2 seconds. You'll want to eliminate them as quickly as possible. But keep your eyes peeled for the boss's Ebon Destruction cast. This bad boy dishes out lethal damage. To shield yourself from it, you'll need to step into a portal towards the end of the cast. This grants a 99% protection from Ebon Destruction and shuts down the active portals around you. It's quite the spectacle, and certainly not for the faint of heart. Actually, the Echo of Neltharion boss isn't as difficult as it might seem at first glance, despite the plethora of abilities at its disposal. As with any boss in World of Warcraft, the key to overcoming this challenge lies in understanding the mechanics and coordinating effectively as a team. Overall, the Echo of Neltharion boss fight is a test of strategy, adaptability, and coordination. Understand the mechanics, stick to your strategies, cooperate with your team, and the victory will be yours. And that concludes our guide on the Echo of Neltharion. Remember, every boss is a puzzle waiting to be solved, and with the right approach, you're bound to succeed. If you found this guide helpful, please like this video and consider subscribing for more in-depth guides. See you in the next one. Until then, stay safe, have fun, and as always, happy adventuring.